Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard, and today I want to share with you some of the most important reasons as to why we should all make sure we're getting enough iodine in our diet. Now, a few years back, a patient came to me. I was treating her for thyroid issues and weight gain concerns. And I've been treating her for some time, and out of the blue, all of a sudden, her thyroid numbers just became way out of balance, unexplainable. And I couldn't understand what could have caused this. So I called a friend of mine, a PhD researcher, thyroid expert, Ryan Drum. And I put him on speakerphone with the patient right here, and I said, Ryan, here's the situation. I explained what happened to her thyroid numbers, and he asked, has she bought a new car or any new furniture recently? And both of us dropped our jaws because she had just been telling me that she had just bought new furniture and the outgassing was so bad she couldn't close her windows. She had just recently bought a new car, and she was also complaining that that was outgassing too, and she felt surrounded by these toxins. And that, Ryan said, is what probably caused her thyroid numbers to go so far out of whack so quickly. He said that the thyroid is the most sensitive gland to a toxic environment, particularly environmental pollutants, particularly halogens like fluoride, chloride, and bromide. Now, bromide is a flame retardant used in many things that we find in outgassing cars and outgassing carpets and outgassing furniture. And that could completely take out your thyroid. Those bromides chemicals actually compete for the iodine receptors, as does fluoride receptors, which is in the nonstick pans. It's in all the water you drink. It's in toothpaste. They also, chlorides we know are in swimming pools. They're insidiously in our environment, and they compete for the iodine receptors. Now, in one study, after a group of people took 50 milligrams of iodine, the day after, the increased excretion through the urine of fluoride was 78%, compared to normal. The increased excretion of bromide was 50% in the urine after just one dose of iodine. That was a lot of iodine, 50 milligrams, but we now know, and studies confirm, and I've written a lot about this, that iodine is a natural detoxifier and flushing agent for these toxic halogens. It's very, very important. Problem is that we have an iodine deficiency epidemic. The World Health Organization says 72% of the world's population is deficient in iodine. They've also found that in the last 30 years, we have 50% less iodine in our blood than we did 30 years ago. What happened is we stopped eating iodized salt. Sea salt and natural salts have become in fashion. We've been told that salt's bad for us, so we stopped eating salt. The dairy industry, the meat industry used to use iodine to clean the equipment, so there was a lot of kind of residue in the dairy and in the meat that we would eat. That's gone. In 1960, they started using iodine as a dough conditioner to condition the dough. And in fact, one slice of bread gave people the RDA for iodine. So we had that plus the salt. We had plenty of iodine. But that was taken out in 1980 and replaced by bromide. Bromide is that halogen we talked about that competes with the iodine receptor. So not only did we actually take the iodine out of the bread, we put in as another dough conditioner something that literally blocks our ability to utilize the iodine. Not to mention that our soils are somewhat deficient. So we have a major issue with not enough iodine to protect ourselves from a toxic world. And that is the purpose of this thyroid iodine series that I've written, a whole bunch, 4 articles on how important iodine is, understanding thyroid function, and how to bring your body back into balance with reference to iodine and thyroid function. So please go to my website at LifeSpa.com and really learn a little bit about this thyroid and how important the thyroid gland is and how important iodine is for supporting optimal thyroid health. Thanks for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard.
This recording is brought to you by LifeSpa, where ancient Ayurvedic wisdom meets modern science. Get access to free health video newsletters by Dr. John at LifeSpa.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.